What if a song released almost 10 months ago suddenly started climbing again on global charts? Not because of a new promotion, not because of a remix, but because fans simply refuse to let it fade away. That's exactly what's happening right now with Don't Say You Love Me from Jin. And honestly, the numbers are starting to turn heads across the streaming world. On March 7th, the track jumped back into conversation after hitting number 68 on Spotify's global daily chart, pulling 1.88 million streams in a single day, a 3% increase nearly 296 days after release. For a solo track this far into its life cycle, that's not just impressive. It's unusual. The song comes from Jin's second solo EP Echo, released in May 2025, during a moment when many people were watching closely to see how members of BTS would evolve creatively after military service periods. Jin, who completed his service in 2024, answered that question quietly, but powerfully, with a song built on emotional restraint and raw vocal delivery. Here's where it gets interesting from an insider perspective. What we're seeing now isn't just organic streaming, it's fan mobilization culture at work. ARMY Online began pushing what they jokingly call panic streaming, encouraging listeners worldwide to keep the track visible on Spotify's charts. In the streaming era, longevity can sometimes matter more than debut numbers. And this moment shows how a dedicated fandom can extend a song's lifespan far beyond the initial hype cycle. But there's also another angle people are starting to notice. Don't Say You Love Me isn't a loud, flashy pop hit. It's reflective, emotional, and vocally focused. The fact that this kind of song is the one fans are fighting to keep alive says something deeper about Jin's connection with listeners. And that's the real story here. At 95 HeartLens Tales, we watch these fan-driven waves closely because they often reveal what charts alone can't show, which artists truly resonate long after the headlines fade. Now I'm curious about your take. Do you think Jin's Don't Say You Love Me will keep climbing again, or is this the peak of the streaming push? Drop your thoughts in the comments. ARMY debates are always the most interesting to read. Peace.